This is everything you missed in the most recent Gravity update. In this video, I'll be telling you about 20 things you probably missed or didn't know was included in this most recent update. Starting with some of the more obvious changes, all the way to some of the more obscure ones I'm sure none of you have ever heard about. Starting with the eagle fruit. This little itty bitty little baby eagle fruit is actually the rework of the falcon fruit. And as you can probably tell in that footage, the falcon fruit was hot trash. Compared to the old fruit, you can now fly, move fast, actually have some like useful skills. And you have M1s. A little fun fact about these M1s is that they're the first ever real long-range M1s added to block shoots for a fruit. I mean, we're not counting guns, obviously, or like you know what I mean? So it's the truest M1s you can get for a fruit, and they're super long range. Also, they added 6 new skins for the eagle fruit. One of them I'm actually wearing. This is a chromatic, and it's only exclusive in the shop for a few days. Next up is the creation fruit. And this is what it looks like. Look at it. Look how cute it is. Look at it. He's so happy. Oh, what the? Yo, he just broke apart. Fix yourself right now. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Good stuff. The creation fruit is a rework of the previous fruit known as barrier. Barrier had these like very green geometric shaped skills that were really slow and definitely not suitable for how block shoots is today. This is probably the #1 fruit that needed a rework at the time, and it finally got it. It has a lot of colorful skills that makes this fruit feel pretty cartoony, magician-y, and I don't know, a little bit silly. You can grab people, toss them around, even people in beast forms, except dragons. That one you can't grab. Dragons are too fat. Yo, I can't even grab the western at all. This is some bull crap. After that, we got the gravity fruit. He looks kind of same. The only thing that's different is like his little, this planetary ring is just kind of going around him like that. I mean, cool, I guess. Well, the fruit model might be kind of mediocre because nothing really changed. The fruit itself is far from that. Now, this fruit is actually a beast. Some might say it's actually stronger than the dragon fruit. Me personally though, I don't think so. But it doesn't mean this fruit isn't insane. This new gravity rework has a total of 13 new skills. If you're counting all the variations of M1s, the ultimates, all the regular skills, all the skill variations of the held versus the tap, hell, I think there's actually like more than 13 with all that. This fruit has so much stuff you can do with it that I can't even count the number of things with my fingers and toes. Bro, it has its own custom flash tap that does damage. Look at this. What? This fruit is the first and maybe only fruit to have even a built-in cutscene. Actually, I take that back. Control V has a cutscene, but it's nothing like the one that Gravity has. Next up is the flame fruit. Did you know in this update it actually got a revamp? Yeah, they didn't really talk about this one that much. Not only did the fruit model get a new look that's more in line with the new block shoots logo, but also the unawakened flame skills got a bit of a visual upgrade. Yeah, by the way, this is for only the unawakened flame, so don't forget that. I can tell it's a little bit different, like the visuals at least. Okay, I don't remember how the old C looked like or the old F. I can tell in the V it looks a little bit different. I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't tell about this too much, but it's still pretty cool. All right, speedrun time. I'll be telling you the next 3 changes I bet you didn't know were here. That is the fact that block shoots redesigned 3 old bosses in block shoots. These NPCs that got a brand new look as Bobby, Cyborg, and Fajita. Now they're named Chef, Cyborg, and Orbitus. Chef uses the blade fruit. The Cyborg now uses like the new rocket skills, but they let him keep that farty ability. Thanks, block shoots. Then we have Orbito, who uses now only the gravity blade and no longer the old gravity fruit. I don't know if they didn't want him using the new gravity fruit just because it was too strong for a second C boss, or if they just wanted to give a new boss in the future the gravity fruit. Who knows? But all I do know is that I personally think these bosses look great. A lot of you guys in my stream last time were saying, "Oh my god, why would you do that? Why? They were fine." No, they weren't. Come on, like, are you serious? They even have these custom faces made by OmniRail and these outfits made by Blotnik. Yo, shout out to both of them. Well, for me, hopefully we get to see more bosses or NPCs looking this swaggy in the future from here on out. Next is the admin laptop. Did you know if you talk to the mysterious scientist, he now offers an option to access an admin panel? Yeah, this is part of the new enhancement system that Bloxfruit's added for Gravity, Eagle, and other fruits to come in the future. I already 100% them, so yeah, look at me. I'm pretty cool. It seems Creation is confirmed to be one of the next ones to receive enhancement in the next update, hopefully. But more importantly, this admin laptop lets you progress whatever fruits you have equipped and make them stronger. So right now I have the Gravity equipped. I already maxed out my Gravity here. So there's like Kinetic Amplifier, Kinetic Amplifier 2, Dark Matter Implosion, Celestial Cataclysm, and it tells you what you unlock. So for me, I already know what I unlocked, so I unlocked the Click Tap ability stage 1, the stage 2, the C ability ultimate, the V ability ultimate, and here this is how I learned how to do it. Like, I guess after fidgeting around, it kind of told me what I did to achieve it. Defeat 15 enemies with the M1/tap abilities using Gravity. And once you get this enhancement progress to 100%, you can equip the enhancement to become more powerful with that fruit. Oh, you already knew that because of the trailer? Well, what I bet you didn't know is how to spawn the new raid boss. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Huh? Let's check that out. Did you know that these statues in front of the new raid boss spawn actually serve a purpose? Yeah, so similar to how you spawn the Cake Prince or the Dough King, you need to defeat at least like a certain number of enemies to even begin the event or the boss fight. In this case, once you defeat a certain number of enemies on this island, the Tiki Outpost, these bird statue eyes will begin to glow red. And once you see all 4 glow red, you're ready to do the next step of destroying these jars and spawning the boss. There he is. He's coming out to play. I don't want to play right now though, so yeah. Next up, we have the Eagle skins. Eagle arrived to Bloxfruit with 6 new skins that you can actually unlock without paying anything. Actually, scratch that. The parrot skins are chromatic and limited time only, so that one is paid only, but the other ones are cool as well, and you can get the recipe of them from the new raid boss. If the raid boss spawns with a parrot skin, like the one I just fought, that means you qualify to get a random recipe from the boss to learn how to create the skin. And then from there, once you get a recipe, how do I do this again? I think you just go to the juice maker over here, right? Well, I don't have any recipes because I already bought them all. Well, anyway, somehow you can make them and you can craft them without paying a single cent, except for the parrot one because Bloxfruits has to get paid. Also, did you know that you can play Fortnite within Bloxfruits now? Did you know that? I didn't know that. I mean, I kind of knew that, but let me explain. You can play Fortnite through Bloxfruits all through the new creation rework fruit. If you have the F skill unlocked, which is only what, 10 mastery, you can hold down the F key to unlock the secret moveset that lets you build surfaces like you would be able to in Fortnite. Look at this, I get a green wall. If I click, boom, wall. If I click, boom, wall, boom, wall, boom, wall, boom. Or if I press X to build a floor, boom, floor, boom, floor. If I press C to build a ramp, boom, ramp, boom, ramp. And if I want to erase it, I can just press V, destroy, 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 destroy. There's also a build meter to let you know how much build you have left. Also, if you press the same key, you can unlock different variations of the floor, the wall, all sorts of cool stuff. And if you hold down the V skill, you can delete everything. Look, check out this castle in my build. Look at that! Isn't that cool? Look at my castle. And I'm gonna destroy it. Bye-bye. But anyways, it's pretty cool. But you know what's not cool? Bugs. Game-breaking bugs. Bloxfruit fixed some pretty big bugs that were making the game a bit hectic this update, including the Western Dragon speed glitch, Human V4 not being able to teleport when you go invisible, the invincibility bugs with Portal X and Dragon F, the click to move glitch, even like the gun delay. They listed all this in the patch notes, so if you didn't see that, yeah. Some of these I didn't even know were happening in the main game until like I've seen these clips. The gun delay one, to kind of explain that one, your bullets would just now register instantly. So even though the bullets look like they don't travel fast enough, your attacks instantly hit. Now they instantly hit the target. So like, check this out. If I go all the way over here, it instantly hit him, even though the bullet doesn't look like it hit him. At the same time it does, you know what I mean? So that's also a change. It now instantly hits enemies, but along with bugs, there was also nerfs. The next two on my list here is the Yeti and the Dragon nerfs. For this one, there's a lot of people in the Bloxfruits general chat that were kind of curious what actually got nerfed with the Dragon Fruit. And even personally, I didn't know. Like I had no clue. So I asked Indra himself, and he told me that basically it got some minor nerfs that would bring it down even more. So some little things like its speed is a little bit slower. The There's a hitbox nerf to the transform dragon moves, like, I don't know, 5%. Maybe its defense is lower. Same thing with the Yeti fruit. It was just some minor changes to the fruit. I don't know specifically what, but they did get nerfed because they were a menace when they came out. Now, with those two out of the way, let me tell you about the new accessory that's come to block shirts. This is the feathered visage. I don't know if I said that right, but it sounds right. But it's a new legendary accessory that drops from the new raid boss, Tyrant of the Skies. Yeah, that's the name of the raid boss. What a egotistical name. Bro really called himself that for an eagle fruit. Anyways, it's a 30% drop and it gives a 25% speed boost, 25% HP regen, and 300 health. And this is what it looks like when I wear it. It's kind of cramped. It's kind of small, like on my head at least. I think it's a solid accessory, not really the best, but it looks decent. But speaking about that raid boss, let me tell you a little bit more about it. This raid boss, Tyrant of the Skies, is probably the newest and most difficult boss yet. And the Leviathan doesn't really come close to this guy, if I'm being honest. For the Tyrant of the Skies, you're gonna need a full squad and expect to die a few times in the meantime to defeat this dude. Here, let me go like the normal level. Let me go Buddha. Let me try beating him up. Let me try something. Hell, I'll even use triple dark blade. All right, let's see what I can do. Oh, I'm doing some damage. Hold on. Actually, I'm cooking. Yo, chill. Oh my, this is, okay. All right, whatever. Oh, bro, my camera's stuck now. Oh, crap. This boss even broke my camera. I can't zoom in. Bro, not only does he fly around and spam his skill as if he's doing an admin Uzoth abusing video, but he also has over 1,000,000 health. Look at him trying to chase me. Hold on. Crap. So if you ever thought the Dokkan was hard, try giving a Dokkan the ability to fly and spam his skills faster. On the bright side, however, it's a little bit easier to spawn this boss now. I mean, you don't have to fight 500 NPCs compared to 200 or 300 that you gotta fight. But also, fun fact, I also know what he drops. Let me break it down for you. There's an 8% chance to drop a physical eagle, a Liberator of the Sky title, 6 levels, 2,500 fragments, the Feathered Visage accessory, which with a, 35% or 30% chance, a Fire Feather material, and a Moonstone material. Those materials are used for your aura skins and like the I think the enhancements for the eagle and the gravity fruit. So keep that in mind. Bro, hold on, I forgot to mention, did you guys also know that with the Fortnite building mechanic, they actually have a certain limit of how many blocks you can place? Yo, as soon as I joined, there's a person hacking. Who is this? If he leaves, he proves he's hacking. I know what you did. Cheat? I saw you fly. Unless that was a gravity fruit and I wasn't loaded in. I'm kind of scaring him right now if he doesn't admit to it. No, I'm a gravity user. Okay, I think he's telling the truth. Anyways, hey! Dude, why? Oh my God. Okay, as I was trying to demonstrate, in a public server, you only can place 40 blocks. So like, if I start spamming walls, look how fast my build meter fills up. This is all the walls I can place. This is kind of to prevent players from coming up with like grief-like ideas to sabotage players from playing the game. Even though these walls are like destroyable by attacking them, they can still be annoying. However, in private servers, you get an outstanding 500-piece build limit. Check it out. I mean, like, bro, look at that. Look how many more walls you get. Before the update came out, it was actually going to be 20 blocks and then 200 for private servers. But later on, they changed it from 40 blocks to public servers and then 500 in private servers. So that way, creation users can have a lot of fun for coming up with, like, I don't know, some extravagant, huge castles they want to build. Even this, I feel like is not enough. If I just want to do something crazy, I want like 1,000 or like 2,000. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hopefully, they make that as a hidden ability. I don't know. That'd be really nice. Next up, we have the gravity fruit. Again, I forgot to mention this, but the gravity fruit has 2 ultimates. I think. Did I forget to mention that? I wrote in my script that I forgot, but then I don't remember if I said, but I'm gonna still say it anyways. These 2 ultimates can be unlocked after progressing in the enhancement admin panel. The C ultimate is pretty much like a better version of my admin ability, the Tensei move. So now you all get to have a glimpse feeling of being an admin. Why don't you look at that? I mean, soon enough, everyone will be doing what I can do, and then my videos won't be special no more. But also we have, who are you? Oh, but also we have the V Ultimate, the cool badass cutscene you all know and love. By the way, these ultimates can only be used once you have filled your gravitational force meter. See how mine's empty now because I used that? Yeah, it drains the whole thing. You probably won't see this meter until you unlocked one of the ultimates, so don't worry if you don't see it right away. So next time you're thinking to yourself, yo Nick, I can't use my whole scan blocks. Grr. Chillax, do some damage, fill your meter to max, and then press the skill. Your enemy will die. Trust. Now, to tie things up, did you know that block shoots actually fix some of the performance issues within the game? Now, ignoring all the new fruits, if someone's like spamming like gravity, or you're in war with a bunch of people fighting each other in a public server, have you ever felt like you're just lagging, just playing the game normally? Well, block shoots added some optimization to the game and fine-tuned some big issues that were happening, like a giant major memory leak that was happening with some of the animations of block shoots and some of the islands. I don't know how that happens, but it did. Also, the loading times between islands have been reduced. So, woohoo! Is the game totally lag-free? Not yet. The game's still progressing to be higher quality, which will be a bit hard, but hey, they're taking serious consideration into that sort of thing when they work on these updates. So don't think the dev team forgot about all you mobile or console players. They take it into heavy consideration when they make these fruits. They budget as much as they can while also trying to make any new fruit pretty cool. And now for the final thing you've missed this update. Update 27 is on its way sooner than you think. If you haven't been reading the block shoots bulletins, in the last edition we can see a section where they say that they'll be returning next month to return to making bulletins again for the next update. As far as we're aware, when block shoots started posting these bulletins for the gravity update, they were close to finishing the update and releasing, which kind of gave us an idea of the update being right around the corner. So the fact we'll be seeing the bulletins sometime next month means we won't be waiting another 3 to 4 months for an update like we did for this one. That's good news, at least, right? All right, that is 20 things you probably missed in this update. I'm sure you learned at least one thing, I hope, right? Yeah, surely you learned something. Well, if not, then I'll get better at having a deep dive of this kind of thing for the next update. Did you guys learn anything? Let me know by liking the video and commenting down below. Also, if you guys want to use star code Uzoth, that'd be pretty super dope. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.